Breaking. Welcome to today's headlines. ESN operatives with AK-47 offer protection to Biafra masquerades in Igbo community. ESN operatives with AK-47 offer protection to Biafra masquerades in Igbo community. To my dear listeners from wherever you're listening from, stay tuned as I read today's news. Suspected members of the Eastern Security Network (ESN) have been captured in a video giving protection to some masquerades in an Igbo community. Though the name of the Igbo community was not mentioned in the video, the operatives of the armed group were seen with AK-47 as they danced around the community with multitude of villagers cheering and flocking around them. Several gunshots were fired into the air by the operatives of the armed movement as the shout of Nnamdi Kanu being another savior was chorused by the surging crowd. Suspected members of the Eastern Security Network (ESN) have been captured in a video giving protection to some masquerades in an Igbo community. Though the name of the Igbo community was not mentioned in the video, the operatives of the armed group were seen with AK-47 as they danced around the community with multitude of villagers cheering and flocking around them. Several gunshots were fired into the air by the operatives of the armed movement as the shout of Nnamdi Kanu being another savior was chorused by the surging crowd. Suspected members of the Eastern Security Network (ESN) have been captured in a video giving protection to some masquerades in an Igbo community. Though the name of the Igbo community was not mentioned in the video, the operatives of the armed group were seen with AK-47 as they danced around the community with multitude of villagers cheering and flocking around them. Several gunshots were fired into the air by the operatives of the armed movement as the shout of Nnamdi Kanu being another savior was chorused by the surging crowd. To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Now let's move to the comment section and let's see what people are saying. And now before I go, we all know our federal government are very cunning. They always try to do things just to make things worse because they do not want this man. They are trying to plan in a way that they would still say it's still Kanu that is still ordering these people to do things like this. Let's see what people are saying. Maybe their opinion is different from mine. A first comment which I have says, okay, so now masquerade they won't protect this time. I wonder. Another comment here says Nigerian government can never stop the spirit of Biafra because Biafra is in the life of his people. All hail Biafra. Mumu, without Nigerians, army killing Igbos. How many Aboki can kill us? Which means Igbo people are stronger than the Fulanis. That is what this person is trying to bring out here. And the comment here says, from an Hausa man, his name Sonny Aminu Chada says, Shege Kafasa is youth association. Fear this association to best fear you. No only Northerners have discipline to their elders. You go run to the river to save your life without military support. Another comment which I have here says, I like to see your cooperation like one state to say that it is a Biafra and remove everything Nigeria from the area of only 1 month. You go drink and you're happier, you regret a lot. Still, another comment which I have says, Biafrans, terrorists on duty carry on. You people will be killed one after the other. Abba Kyari is back. Abba Kyari, that is in support of online fraud, is back. What are we to do? Let's even talk about that, because this comment is somehow touching, saying Abba Kyari is back. Can we say what Abba Kyari has done is right? Is it constitutional? And yet our government did not do anything to it. And now these people are claiming that Abba Kyari is back, and he will be the one to hold all these IPOP people. How possible is that? We should just stop deceiving ourselves. Because, and even a response to that from an Igbo person says, Biafrans never remember that you're Abba Kyari. Any day they remember him, that day will be his end. You are just hearing about Biafra, you don't know us. The fact is that Biafra is not interested in killing people, but only interested in getting their freedom. And another response to that Abba Kyari's back says, ludicrous fool. Can't you see what is happening in your desert you called not? I know by now Boko and others have taken over your village. There is saying which says the evil men do live with their children, fools hanging around. And the last comment which I have says, thanks Chukwu Okike Abiyama for ESN. If not for them, those terrorists in military uniforms will kill everyone dancing there because they see Biafra flag on the Māsqurādēs. To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by at the comment section and let's know what your view is all about. Thank you.